Hey guys, another episode of Mobile Human Experience. Matt here. John is going to be coming in here in just a second, and today we are going to be talking about the top 6 recovery techniques that John and I both use on a regular basis. Whether you're training intense or you're just getting started, these 6 recovery techniques are very applicable to just about anybody out there. So make sure you stick around to the end and do us a huge favor. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications so you guys can see our new videos coming out. We're posting once a week, and we've got some extra content coming out, so stick around to the end. John's going to give you guys a little sneak peek on that as well. So if you like it, let us know, leave us a comment, and yeah, we'll jump into the top 6 recovery techniques. Here we go.
Alright guys, so I'm going to go over the first of the 6 recovery techniques that we use. The first is sleep. Basically it's going to help you with muscle recovery, it's going to help you with reducing inflammation. It essentially helps you just process everything that you've done. Hopefully you're not like me and you can be somebody that sleeps in a normal bed, but I tend to be a person that can sleep anywhere. Up next is going to be Matt.
Alright guys, the next one is foam rolling. And this is probably the most intimidating one out of all of them for people to get into. Not really sure why. It did take me, admittedly, a couple of years probably before I really started to. But it's not rocket science. It's super simple. The foam rollers are super cheap. You can pick these things up for like 10 or 20 bucks at Walmart, or order one on Amazon or wherever you want to get one from. And all you do is you foam roll your major muscle groups. So you can start with lighter pressure and then kind of advance into it. You want to stay away from connective tissue, and you can foam roll each major muscle group or each muscle anywhere from like 30 to 45 seconds, maybe a minute, kind of like the static stretching. And like I said, stay away from connective tissue. Increase or decrease pressure. You can use more or less body weight as you go through this. And I do this before and after every workout, or time permitting. I make sure I stretch for sure, and if I have the time, I do foam roll as well. And on days like today, this will be the second time that I have foam rolled today. So you can always add it in later on in the evening or first thing in the morning before you go on about your day. It'll help loosen those muscles up and keep you ready to go. That's it. On the next one. We'll see ya. All right, guys. Next one's stretching. This is one of my favorites just because it's such a necessity. I try to stretch pre and post workout to support my recovery. And I had a heck of a run and leg day, so this is round 3 of stretching for me today. I stretched pre-workout this morning, stretched post-workout and run, and then I've got one more recovery stretch tonight. So I'm not going to take you guys through my whole stretching routine because that's going to be about 15 minutes. But I'll go through the basics, guys. So the static stretching that I'm doing tonight, I'm going to hold each position. I'm going to show you a couple here for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. It kind of depends on the muscle and how tight it is. And you'll get kind of a feel as you go through this. This is one of those things where try it out, see what works, reassess it. And each session is going to be a little bit different too. But when you're stretching and you're holding these poses, you want to go to where you can feel the resistance in the target muscle, but you don't want to go so far into the stretch that it becomes painful. And if you're stretching a target muscle and you do feel pain, you want to ease up because if there is an injury there, you can risk further injury and making it worse on yourself. So I mentioned that I did this stuff post-workout, and this is that's probably the best time when you're going to get the most bang for your buck is right after your workout. So make sure you're budgeting a little bit of extra time post-workout. That extra 5-10 minutes, if you're going to spend the time to train, especially on the longer sessions, spend the time to recover. So we'll go on to the next one from here.
Alright, so now I'm going to talk about low intensity work. This can be anything including yoga or walking, anything that basically gets your body moving, releases some of the tension and some of the toxins from the body, because movement is what really pumps all that stuff out through your blood and out of the tight areas. It's also a great way just to relax, especially when you've had a long day.
Hey guys, so one of my favorite things to do after a long run or a more intense workout, if I'm getting ankle pain, foot pain, lower calf pain, anything around my Achilles or anything, I love to get ice on it. I'll ice almost every day during a heavy training plan, and this is my preferred method of icing. So take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with ice water, and I wouldn't recommend doing it in the living room. I don't ice out here. This is just out here where the camera's set up right now. But you can see with a 5-gallon bucket how far into this thing you can get. So, you know, you're in the bathroom or outside, fill this thing up with ice water and get your feet in here, and you can ice almost your entire calf. I mean, that's darn near my whole calf all the way up. So foot pain, ankle pain, Achilles, lower calf, this thing works great. Last option, and the one we're going with tonight, is the full ice bath. This hits my whole lower body. I'll get into the bathtub, a few ice packs in there. Try to get the water down to 45, 50 degrees, somewhere in that ballpark, and I'll sit for 3 to 4 minutes. Set my watch timer and just try to get through it. It's not a pleasant experience, but it needs done. It helps with recovery, and yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get in. This is it for tonight. Sucks so bad getting in. Forgot to set my alarm here. Alright guys, here we go. Minutes. All right, guys.
Alright guys, so the last thing I'm going to talk about today, the last topic, is actually going to be on meditation. Now, I don't take the full, focused, relaxed, meditative route. I actually use a lot of tools, like I'll listen to vibrational music. I'm actually big on movement meditation. And movement meditation kind of puts everything together. It's where I do some type of low intensity movement. I have something to help get me in the right wavelength by having like vibrational music, and I do, and then I focus. I let the movement take me. Alright, so there you go guys, that concludes my portion on the 6 tips to recover. And starting at the end of this week, we'll be adding a new series of content to the Mobile Human Experience, and it's called Active Reason. Okay, so the Active Reason series is a chance for other movement artists and athletes to talk about their stories, as well as their core purpose as to why they do what they do. And hopefully in this attempt, we'll be able to seed some positivity and help others find their purpose.